trying to do is that we are going to convert these surfaces that we created last time. All the elements that we created with this form was all surfaces. We want to convert them to mesh surface and then creating like applying different methods for smoothness on them. So then we have like a little bit smoother surface than like a rigid form that we have right now. So the first task for us would be just going through the part that is generating the mesh. So we're gonna use the mesh, so mesh surface, and we need 3 of them, right? And we need 4 of them. And each of these lofts that we have last time is going to be part of this surface that connects here. So the first one, second one, third one, and the fourth one. Now, the U and V value that we are using, it's the first 2 are, I'm going to use the value of for the V value, I'm going to use value of 5. Yes, for the V value, I'm going to use the value of 5. So I'm going to connect that V value here, then the second one here, third, and fourth. And then for the U value, I'm going to use the value of 1 instead. 1 is going to be the U value that I'm going to use. So if I just turn this part off, preview off, let's take a look at what we have. Nothing changes, right? It's almost the same on the identical piece that we have. Now, just gonna turn this part. I'm gonna merge them all first together to create a unique, like a place for everything. So it's gonna be a merge. And if you recall, one of the challenges is that if you look at the data structure, you might got a different basically index item on each of them. So we have to make sure that the item that we connect, all of them has the same format. So I'm going to connect them here first. First one, second one, merge here, third, and the fourth. And I make sure that I will use the simplify first before doing the merge operation on them. Okay, so now we have all the surfaces in one place. Now it's the task for us to combine them together. So I'm going to use the Weaverbird join to join all the meshes that we have. Now, if you recall, right now the meshes are all in a different a category. So we want them all to be in one place, meaning that I have to make sure that is a flattened data going to here. Otherwise, the operation of join is not going to happen, right? So we're going to connect them all together. So all the surfaces are now, all the meshes are now one piece. So if you look at the item out of mesh, it's just one item that you have. Now, from here, what I would do is that I'm going to use the WB this time, the same thing, Weaverbird, and CatmullClark subdivision. So basically, the purpose of using that is as a method for smoothing and refining the mesh surface in Grasshopper. It's part of that Weaverbird plugins that we have, and there are different type of manipulation that you can find underneath that, but this one is like helping you to basically create a smooth surface out of the like a surface that you have. So I'm going to connect that here. For the level of smoothness, I'm going to use the level 2. And if you look at it, it's like getting an error here. Also on the outcome of the mesh, I got an error which says that it's not valid. One of the reasons is probably the format that I have for the matrices is not correct. So I have to kind of flip that size of the matrices to get the same like a format. So if you look at there, I have 100, I have 100 here, here I have 400, and here I have 400. So this part, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to use the flip matrices. Oh no, not the flip the matrices. I'm going to flip the mesh itself. I'm going to connect that here to this part, and the outcome of this, I'm just going to connect that to this simplified part. Outcome of this loft that you see here. So if I turn this loft on and then select it, you see that I actually don't have any surfaces there. It's just a line. So I have to get rid of that loft. So I'll delete this part all the way altogether. So the only thing that I have is just these 3 surfaces that I have on my graph. So 1, 2, and 3. And then if you look at the surfaces that I created, it's kind of it's not as smooth as I was looking for. So let's try to see what's the problem right now. If I change the level, do I get a better, smoother surface? I want to see. Probably there are 2 things that is happening at the same time. So I'm going to preview off. I'm going to turn this preview off as well, and then take a look at the surface that I have right now. A couple of other things that is still showing. Preview off. Now I'm zooming in here, and let's take a look. The surface is smooth, right? But there is an issue there. The issue that I have is that actually there's no issue. Let me just put this, connect that part to the preview. See the preview of this. Turn this off. Yeah. So this is the smoother surface that I have compared to the one that the original one that it was. It's just a matter of like a graphic that it doesn't show it correctly.